I'm going to talk about these two in a second, but first, the video that I posted just before this one, I had a brain fart and I got the information wrong and it's driving me crazy. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and in the most recent It Ends With Us saga video, I incorrectly said that Sony released the original Deadpool movies with Ryan Reynolds. They didn't. Sony was involved in the Spider-Man movies, not the Deadpool movies. Deadpool was Fox. Ugh. It's a minor thing, but it triggered my OCD. Ugh. And I just hate being wrong. I take what I do very seriously. I'm sorry. Okay, on to this story. Many of you know Halle Bailey. She began her career as part of the sister duo that Beyonce signed. Then she reached a lot more fame when she starred in Disney's live-action Little Mermaid. Some of you, I am not one of them, follow or are aware of this guy, DDG. He is a live streamer and a rapper. I don't know a single one of his songs. Do you? Has he had any hits? Or is he just a streamer who also raps? I don't care enough about him to go look. Just being honest. And I've been covering this saga for a while as well. He was alleging earlier this year that she was not letting him see their child. But then most recently, she alleged physical abuse at his hands. She sought out a restraining order. It was granted. She also went to court for custody of their child. She was granted temporary sole, legal, and physical custody. And I'm not saying I don't believe him, but later this week, Halle was set to go to Italy to film a new movie. She was going to be there with their son for 2 months. Now, literally 2 days before she was set to go to Italy, he has gone to court and is asking for an emergency hearing, plus requesting a restraining order himself. The restraining order that she went and sought recently was granted. And now, oh God. She's in her early 20s. He's in his late 20s. Age, even at that young age, is not an excuse to not take accountability for choosing who you're going to have a child with. That is the most important decision you will ever make. The most important decision. They are stuck with each other for life. She will always be the mother of his child, and he will always be the sperm donor, at least, of her son. This dude is messing with her life and her career. According to court documents, DDG filed a motion to request an emergency hearing and asked the court to restrict her from traveling to Italy. DDG is also requesting a DV restraining order, alleging that Bailey poses an imminent emotional and psychological risk to the minor child based on repeated, documented threats of self-harm. He claims that if their son Halo were to leave the country, that he would be without the protections of the court and any emergency intervention mechanisms. Why don't you go to Italy as well, brah? The streamer alleges that Halle has had repeated threats of the S word, taking her own life, and self-harm. And he alleges there were instances where she endangered their son's safety while in emotional distress. DDG claims that in one altercation between the former couple, Halle took his pew-pew during a fight and left the house with it. He alleges he ultimately found her outside the house holding the pew-pew and was emotionally unwell, incoherent, and potentially, you know that John Kingston song? S-word, according to him. I don't know if he's very credible. The restraining order that she had against him expired today, the same day that he went to court and dropped these allegations. Lies? Question mark. They weren't even together that long. They started dating in 2022 and broke up in 2024. I think he's just salty by what had happened for the last few weeks. When she was granted sole physical and legal custody of their son, she also asked the judge to order her ex not to be allowed visitation. However, she requested that DDG be given supervised visits with a professional company once a week for 6 hours while their son is in Los Angeles. Additionally, she had asked the court to prevent him from taking their son outside of the county of Los Angeles. She also asked the judge to order Daryl, his real name, to cease and desist from posting and or streaming on any and all platforms about Halo and or me, including but not limited to the YT, You Got an Itch, the Clock app, the I to the G, Elon's platform. She said in her request, he is a streamer and creates a fan frenzy by making false claims about me. This has caused me to feel afraid and victimized. His fans have threatened me. I am often scared for my life and Halo's safety. Hashtag Free Halo has become a slogan online. She also wanted him to attend a batterer intervention program with the requirement to show proof that he completed a 52-week program. All right, I think it's time for her to put all her cards on the table. The alleged abuse that she suffered happened at her house. I'm pretty sure there's security camera footage. Submit it to court, and also, I would probably leak that. I would leak that. He's trying to hurt her. I was going to say destroy her, maybe not that extreme, but what he did today, that is typical of an abusive partner. And I'm not saying he's abusive. She has alleged that. But if he is that, this move today and his requests, very on brand. If you've got the proof, release it. Send it to the court, leak it to the media. Post it on socials. Pull a bad baby on his ass. DDG included some text messages in his filing which have gone viral from Halle to him. She accused him of cheating on her. Then she said, I'm going to KIL myself tonight. My son will not be around for it, she told him in an alleged text. She said to him, you leave me hanging as a mother. You don't step up when I need you to. To all those folks sharing these text messages, it should be noted that she sent them to him less than 3 months after the birth of her son with him. She was unwell. She was not supported by him. Postpartum depression. Halle has responded to his requests and instead is asking the judge to grant her permission to leave the country so she can work. Halle also points out that DDG waited until today to file a request to block her from traveling and ask for new custody orders when he and his attorneys have ignored all of her efforts for him to have monitored visits with their son since the issuance of the temporary restraining order in early May. So, this is a lot. Thoughts? Let's discuss it all in the comments section.